Capricorn, greetings and salutations, my friends. We are going to dive right on into a 5 card movie star spread. So, here we go. Hmm. You don't have access to your resources right now. So, resources, I can be talking about health, I can be talking about wealth, I can be talking about time management, right? So, when we're talking about health, you may have a lot of stress, so your mental health isn't doing well. It could be about, not having time to go to the gym or to cook at home. So your physical health, whatever the case may be, you don't have complete control over this. This could be finances. You could be struggling right now financially, but you see a little bit of hope in the near future, maybe a pay raise or a bonus or finally paying off that car. You know what I mean? Like there's some sort of relief coming in the future, but right now, the abundance of resources is not available to you. But I do say that that's coming in the near future because in the antagonist is you have this resilience card. So what this tells me is that there is something there, you just don't have access to it. You need to hold on and you need to continue to juggle, if you will, in order to make these particular things work. So, like I said, when it comes to resources, it can be health, which means also mental health. It could be wealth, actual finances, or it could be time management. It could be that you're working 2 jobs right now, but you won't have to work 2 jobs. It could be that childcare isn't working out quite right, but there is relief in the near future. Whatever that case may be, you do have the strength to withstand this final stretch before the relief comes in. In the process, you're communicating and asking around for a better way to manage these things. Okay? You're not um, doing the typical Capricornian thing where you sit down, you do the research, you make a plan, you this, you that. You're recognizing that other people around you might have little tidbits of information or tricks or strategies in order to communicate. So you're actually not holding everything in. You're communicating out, hey, I need a little bit more of this. I need a little bit more time. I need to do this better. But, I just need a little guidance or some extra tips moving forward. You're not looking for somebody to hand you all the answers on a silver platter. You're still trying to figure it out on your own, but you're recognizing that you would like to bounce the ideas off of other people. So, and in a Capricorn's eyes, that means you're surrounded by some very wise people who can help you out with these things. In your journey card, we have the Page of Swords. Again, we're talking about collecting information. So here you're bidding for other people's attentions about the things that you're passionate about. Here you're actually you're gathering all this information and you're learning from other people's mistakes. You're also learning from other people's successes. So you don't have to waste time making those mistakes. And you're looking to get the recipes that work well for a collective, not just 1 or 2 people. But let's say you ask 10 people and 6 people say this worked for me, you're going to be more likely to look at that because there's evidence behind it. Because ultimately, oops, sorry, I flipped the whole card upside down. This was actually in the inverse when it was over here. I flipped it when I brought it up to the camera. Ultimately, the goal is not to keep juggling these resources. Ultimately, the goal is to set it and forget it, right? And you do see that relief coming around the bend, but there is still going to be some managing before that relief comes in. Mm. And chaos. Dear Lord. So the 5s are about chaos, and you have... It is a little rough here. So I'm just going to say this says sorry, not sorry. Okay, that's kind of what I get from this. They're both fives. This is the Five of Cups in the inverse, and this is the Five of Swords in the upright. And what I get here is that, let's get a better look at that. What I get here is that there's a win at all cost attitude that you have. So that relief coming in seems to me like that win. Like when everything comes in, you recognize that somebody might have to lose something for you to gain it, and you are not remorseful about this at all. Okay? But you're not going to take from somebody. What you're going to do is you're going to hold out until they no longer have a grasp on it anymore. The fives come in, the fives are about chaos, and chaos comes into our lives to show us the things that we don't want via process of elimination. So this is a very Capricornian thing. This could be very much about finances. If this is about finance, you could be waiting for your opportunity to capitalize on some of the economic strife that people will be put through over the next 2 years. That's what this feels like to me. So people who didn't put their ducks in a row now to withstand the recession will be losing things. And you might be looking to capitalize on some financial opportunity, some property, some stock, some bonds, some cryptocurrency, whatever the case may be. You recognize that a large group of people didn't plan things out accordingly, and you're going to win from that, I guess, is so to speak. So this is interesting. This is telling me, Capricorn, if this is a financial read, that you have the mindset to withstand the upcoming turmoil that everybody's expecting. Now, if this is a personal relationship, if this is about a friend, a family member, or maybe even a romantic partner, you might be waiting. I hate to say it, but it's true. You might be waiting for a situation that they have not to work anymore in order to gain a new partnership for an endeavor. Does that make sense? It's like you see something crumbling in the distance and you're like, well, you know what? I can benefit from that. I'm not going to involve myself. I'm not going to make it worse on that person. I'm not going to take from that person. I'm not going to involve myself. I'm just going to wait till that falls apart. And then I'm going to step in the opportune moment. And I'm going to be the one to capitalize on somebody else's loss. Depending on the situations, this could be a good thing or a bad thing. Sometimes people are up and sometimes people are down. Your strategy here seems kind of foolproof. And it doesn't seem to me like you're wishing bad luck on somebody. So maybe I should reword that. You're seeing that something may not being the key word. It might not work out for somebody else. And if it doesn't work out for somebody else, you'll step in. I don't even have advice for this. I don't know what to say. But this isn't my reading, it's your reading. So you come to the conclusions for that. But this is your mindset. This is the here and now. It feels strategic, but it doesn't feel manipulative. You're not making the difference between theft and robbery in a court of law, and I can't believe I'm even using this as an example, but the difference between theft and robbery in a court of law is theft is a crime of opportunity. You saw something, you took it. Robbery is a premeditated planning out of the situation. You're just hoping that there's an opportunity to take. The question is it stealing? Is it theft? Or is somebody going to lose something and you're just going to build upon what they lost? Huh. This is a question of ethics. I believe the Libra read was a question of ethics as well. You might want to look into that. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. I don't know what you're going to do with this information, but I hope I'm not guilty via association. All right, I'll talk to you guys next week.